fucking 16. Everybody talks this way. That'd be tough. Well, let's say I could turn her brain back on. My grandma, she's long dead. Yeah. Regenerate, like fucking. I bring in the fucking red woman. Okay. And she says some fucking amount. And then she's like, and then we all leave except the dog. Yeah. And then fucking all of a sudden my grandma wakes up. Yeah. And we come back from the credits. She's. Oh my god, did you imagine? Just like you brought me back from the dead. That's me and this shit. You horrible piece of shit. You're not my blood. Yeah, grandma, I got a podcast. Yeah, look at the concept. Yeah. If I could have like a real frank conversation.
What the shit is this?
Somebody, dude. You know, I wouldn't get at her. But she had friends, like my grandfather had friends. I mean, I give you Greenie and Block. I remember I named the two characters. Yeah. Greenie and Block. So Greenie and Block were friends with my grandpa and shit like that. And even after my grandpa died, like every once in a while, Block would roll up with my grandma and stuff like that. What was going on there? I know I tend to over-sexualize everything. Like now that Dixie's gone, sweet. You've been blocked. I'm doing so apologies. I do that not out of respect, but just because like the idea that he just gave up.
You got a fucking pup? What the hell are you doing, cat? You're making a mess. In a span of like, 7 years or something. Yeah. He was at her. He was at her quite a bit. Yeah. So, and that leads me back. I'm telling you, like, isn't that what forensic science is? Some forensic, not the forensics like where they're like, here's proof, a fingerprint. Yeah, yeah. But don't they like, when you don't have proof, you got to build the theory that you make shit up. Science called. That's God. Can't we lie? Don't they build cases like, where they're like, we have no proof, but the theory of the crime and fucking, we piece shit together even without the fucking evidence. Sure. I guess. Well, that's what I'm doing here. It's kind of like that. Circumstantial evidence. Yeah. Not even that. You're just really making an assumption. I'm drawing a conclusion. You're drawing a conclusion. And making an assumption. Yeah. And when you assume, you make an ass of you and your grandparents. I don't think so. I think I'm painted with a champion, man. Look, I wish I was that man. I wish I was a man who was just like, oh, pussy owns me. That I could fucking put everything aside, man. But like between, fucking personal happiness and professional happiness, that'd be tough. I could not. I don't know. I'm not my grandfather. I mean, well, we're not related, but I mean, he did raise my mom, and my mom raised me, so there's trickle down. And man taught me to tie my shoes. Not disrespecting him, but I mean, I didn't have a very close relationship with her. My grandmother, like, oh my God, I have a super close relationship with her and stuff. Yeah. But, could she tell you what to do? My grandmother? Yeah. Yeah. us all the time, take me, because he keeps singing that song. He doesn't listen. You live and you sing. You sing. Old people, Scott.
There it is.
Did they fuck? Who knows? I guess.
We'll never know. But I know how to tie my shoes.
He taught me that. So.
It's funny, I don't remember who taught me.
Really? That's crucial information.
I don't know.
He was not.
I know by the time I moved to California when I was pretty young, I got slip-on dance.
So that point, well, problem solved.
Useless information. It's all slip-ons now.
I just California rolled into a solution to a non-problem. Fat boy from back east. Meanwhile, I'm like, I can't do it.
Quit crying, Captain.
Oh, it wasn't, dude. If only he was the quit crying, Captain. You'd be like, stop your crying, Captain. Now you're taking C, the lace.
You're gonna die. You can't do this.
Oh my God, he was a scary man, dude. He was a scary teacher. He didn't have the fucking gentle touch of a grandparent and stuff.
My dad's dad, he was just like quiet. I mean, he was like the quietest man I've ever met in my life.
The quiet man himself.
I mean, but he was like quiet, just like didn't really say anything. Like,
did you ever talk to him? We were like, hey, Grandpa.
We were like, yep.
He's like, juicy fruit. Like, oh my God, you're the chief.
Yes. I'd like to trade some items.
Okay. And left. So he didn't have to talk to me.
Scott, what did you do? Did you talk to Grandpa? Oh, someone go get him. He went chief on us again.
Bring some gum. That always gets him. What the?
Genius. Scott's grandfather picking up the sink to the fucking tribal drum. Scott's just staring. Is that for me? And he like go enter the window. It just climbs out, looks back at you and runs. Well, fucking, we took down the journey.
Lady off.
Central to AMC. The new original series, Preacher, from executive producer Seth Rogen and Kevin Goldberg and Breaking Bad writer Sam Catlin. Critics are calling Preacher bonkers, bloody-minded, and hilarious. AMC's Preacher, the beginning is nigh. Soon to hear something May 22nd at 10, 9 Central, following the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, I got that kill one-handed.
Singer-songwriter Sturgill Simpson, and I got a few minutes that I'm going to share with you from a talk I had with John C. Riley.
What?
By. Not the full thing, but I want to give you a little taste because he's got a thing opening, and I'm a good sport. You know what I'm saying? Quid pro quo, you dig? That's right. Here's some upcoming dates I'm doing before I go on tour officially. the Spokane Comedy Club in Spokane, Washington, July 7th through 9th. I'll be at Wise Guys again, favorite club of mine in Salt Lake City, Utah, July 14th through 16th. And I'll be at the Comedy Club in Rochester, New York, September 9th and 10th. You can go to WTFpod.com/tour for links to get tickets.
September 9th and 10th.
My dates in Bloomington, Indiana,
Alright.
and Phoenix, Arizona. Before I forget,
Excuse
some
me.
personal business here. We want to say thanks to Mike Moon. Mike Moon from Just Coffee. He's the guy who reached out to us way back in the day and started working with us when we were broadcasting out of an office kitchen with Sam Cedar on a show called Break Room Live. He's leaving Just Coffee for another company. So we just wanted to say thanks to Mike for the support, for all the beans over the years, and good luck on your new venture there, Mike. Mikey boy, Mike Moon, roasting the coffee up there in Wisconsin. I'm actually, honestly, drinking a cup of Just Coffee. Not coffee. And this is for you, Mike. This is for you, Mike Moon from Just Coffee. Now moving on to other things. This is the thing that we weren't so sure about. I was pretty sure about it, but you weren't so sure about it at the beginning, Mikey. But here, I'm doing this for you. This is a classic. Pow! Look out, I just shit my pants. JustCoffee.co-op.
An asshole.
Available at WTFpod.com. Yeah, that's for you. I don't know how long you've been listening or where you come in on this thing, but the story on that, on Just Coffee, specifically was that when Sam Cedar and myself hosted a streaming video show that very few people watch called Break Room Live, out of the actual break room at what was left of Air America, we could not get sponsors. Nobody. There was like maybe at a peak, 1,000 people, 1,500 people watching the damn show. We'd go live from the break room. And Mike Moon said Just Coffee be willing to sponsor it. So if you go dig up videos of Break Room Live with me and Sam, the agreement for the actual deal for the sponsorship was that they would send us boxes of coffee. They'd send us a shit ton of coffee, and we put all kinds of Just Coffee stickers and branding all over the break room, like up on a bulletin board behind us. They were the first guys, man, the first company to believe in us and me, and we carried them all this time joyfully. And I made the ad up that I just shit my pants, how I just shit my pants, which was not the imaging they wanted, but sometimes you got to trust the guy. You got to trust the guy in the mic. Yeah, how I just shit my pants is not something that makes you want to do necessarily buy coffee, but kind of does, right? Kind of does. A lot of people drink that first cup to get that thing going. I was told that I believe that Just Coffee, that the WTF Pod Blend is still the best-selling coffee on their online sales, and we were happy to work with them. It was really one of the first times, to be honest with you. It was quick. I'll be honest with you, and I'm not always honest in this particular area. I tried to watch it. The link wouldn't work. I couldn't.
That's better than I fell asleep and
No.
I got back to it.
Sometimes when they send screeners online and with a password,
I hate it. I read it right away. I'll write like the link does not work.
Yeah. Just send me something. Send me a fucking thing because more so.
Somebody sent me. Someone was trying to convince me to go on a TV show the other day.
Yeah.
And they sent me a link to say like, yeah, the TV show's like this. Go, it'll be fun. And here's a link to give you an idea of what it's like. So I hit the link. Immediately says you have to have an app for this.
I know, right?
Fuck you.
Right.
I have enough apps.
Yeah.
I don't want an app.
Yeah.
And so I just throw it back. It doesn't work.
Right. And then what they do? They give you a screener.
I didn't do the show. I didn't do it.
Fuck that. But it's a sci-fi movie, right?
It's a movie called The Lobster.
Yeah.
And it's directed and written by this great Greek director named Yorgos Lanthimos, who did a really great movie called Dogtooth.
Uh-huh.
If you get a chance, see Dogtooth. It's one of the best movies of my lifetime.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is his first English language movie.
Yeah.
It's called The Lobster. It stars Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, myself, Leia Seydoux, all kinds of.
I like her, Rachel Weisz. I like seeing her.
Well, you should go. You should. Did you get that link working, buddy? Because
I'm going to try. Did you see that movie Youth? Is that what it was called? That one last year, Youth?
I didn't see it. It's an Italian movie, right?
It's pretty good, man. And I'm like, I'm not the big foreign movie guy. But it's like, it's not a foreign movie, obviously, but it's definitely an art movie with a lot of poetry to it. But it works, and it's like really compelling. And Michael Caine is great.
I'll have to see that.
But okay, so what
The
happened?
Lobster.
Yeah.
It takes place in a not so distant future, where it is illegal to be single, and the government is this sort of authoritarian, oppressive government. And if you lose your partner or your wife, they die or they leave you, or you cheat on them, or whatever, then you're sent to this prison that looks like a very fancy hotel. It's like a 4-star hotel.
Yeah.
And you're sent to this hotel to find a new companion. And you have 45 days in which to do it.
Wow.
And if you don't find someone in 45 days, you are turned into an animal of your choice in this transformation room. Now that's the only science fiction part of the movie.
That's a pretty big one.
I know. Like, just jump over. It's like the frogs in Magnolia. Just jump over it. It happened. Whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone who at this prison is desperate to find. So we all have to wear these same uniforms and like blue blazers, and there's all these bizarre rituals where you're trying to meet these other single people, and so you have these 45 days, and then the way you can buy more time to find a partner at this prison is you go out on these hunts with guns, tranquilizer guns, and in the forest are people that have run away from society called loners, who don't want to be in couples.
But they're allowed to live out in the woods, or what?
No, they're not allowed. The government's hunting for them, but they're out there on their own.
Right.
They have their whole own strict set of rules about only being single.
Right.
No one can be romantic. No dancing. No looking at each other. No kissing. And so the people from the prison go out periodically on these surprise hunts, and then for every loner that you tranquilize and bring back to the prison, you are given another day to find a partner at the prison. So you could.
So it's an incentive program.
Yeah. So as long as you keep capturing loners, you can indefinitely keep looking for a partner at this prison. But if you run out of time in 45 days, you get turned in. So Colin Farrell's character
decides into what if he runs out of time?
He wants to be a lobster. If he runs out of time, he says in the movie, "I'm going to be a lobster."
What a weird choice. Yeah.
So anyway, but it's a really, really amazing movie, and a lot of younger people, especially people in their 20s and 30s, when it showed at Cannes, it was a big hit among those people because people struggling with relationships.
Sure.
What should I get married? What is married? What is love? I think we're in this moment of time where like gender roles are getting more fluid, and at the same time as people are doubling down on traditional roles, right? ISIS and whoever the fuck are doubling down on women's roles and men's roles and exerting this control to do things like they were 2,000 years ago or something. I think even all that Orthodox stuff actually going on in the world is this slowly evolving gender fluidity thing that's happening. And
you found those kids enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, so people who are dealing with all that stuff right now love this movie because it's all about what is this pressure to be with somebody? Like, why can't I just be alone and figure it out? And then also people who have been in relationships for a long time also really like it because, like, I don't know if you're married or with someone, but you get to be around the age that we are, and you start wondering, like, wait, did I just randomly choose this person, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Could I have just as easily picked someone else?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd be married to them for 25 years, just out of habit or whatever.
Right.
Or I'd find a way to love that person that I randomly picked.
Right.
Or is there really a thing called love, and that's what I have with my partner, and that's...
Right.
So for people that are struggling with, like, what is love? Like, we say, I love you, I love you, I love you. We say it so much, but what does it really mean?
That's the question. conversation today with a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
As you get older, I think it starts to get more relative. You just start to go, what have I been saying? What have I even meaning?
Yeah. What is it?
Is love commitment? Is love acceptance of another person's differences from you? Or what is it? So the movie really traffics in all that stuff. And it's very funny.
Yeah.
It's got this really dark comedy. And I'm going to give this guy some praise that's going to sound like over the top, but I'll explain why. This director, Yorgos Lanthimos, I think is the closest thing I've seen to Stanley Kubrick. Because he has a strict formality about the way that he shoots.
Yeah.
He has a sick, cruel sense of humor.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he has this kind of optimistic acceptance of the way human beings are with all their fucked up qualities.
That sounds like Kubrick.
Yeah. So this guy, he's not working on the scale that Kubrick worked on.
Right.
But if he got a little more money or he got a little more support, I bet he would start moving in that direction.
So this is a great experience for you.
He's got a real interesting, very unique style.
That's cool.
And the acting in his movies is also very unique. I was forced to work in a way that's different than I've worked before.
What is that?
Well, you see, there's like, people give less. The actors give less in his movies, which makes you kind of fill in the blanks more as a viewer. There's more, kind of a deadpan affect.
And that was a direction?
Well, knowing his previous work, you know the way he works.
Right.
So all of us were trying to channel that kind of way, But anyway, it's a really, really interesting movie, and I think people are gonna love it.
There you go. That's some junket talk right
It's
there.
my job.
Yeah, no, you did good with that.
It's my job.
Me and John C. Reilly, full conversation. Well, we had a good talk. He's not a guy that loves to talk about himself, but we found a way to do it, and it's pretty amazing. Very surprising conversation about some of the things that John likes and some of his acting stuff and music. It was really good. I'll be running that next month. Today, though, soon, moments away, Sturgill Simpson. Country music. I'd like to say I grew up with it, and I did, but just adjacent to it. I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they have the state fair, and every year the state fair they'd have different country acts, Roy Clark, Buck Owens, maybe a George Jones here and there, maybe a Willie, a Waylon.
Who's there?
When the Outlaws came through, I remember that record around, I remember pickup trucks, remember cowboy hats.
Think you can unlock that terminal?
We had to have a cowboy hat and cowboy boots in order to go to that camp because we were going to be assigned a horse. And that's part of my life. We were assigned a horse. We had to bring a fly fishing rod.
All done.
Fly fish.
You should be able to use the terminal now.
We made our own flies. I've done that. I had a cowboy hat, Stetson, the straw kind. We learned how to bend it up so it was cool, where it bends in the back and bends in the front at a point, because there was a guy there, a counselor named Gil, who was a little weird. Gil was a little weird, but he was a real cowboy, so we taught us how to fold our hats, and we wore our cowboy boots.
Picking up something.
Mom was the name of my horse, and Mom would not let me stop first. Kind of flipped around, hit me to the side. I cried, fucking baby in my boots. And since that day, been paralyzed with the fear of horses. But that aside, I do enjoy country music, and I grew to appreciate it longer. More. So I'm very happy to have Sturgill on the show today. But I would like to discuss, if I could, the mystery blood on my porch. I do. I want to discuss the mystery blood. There was blood on my porch, but before, hold on. We're sponsored today by Blue Apron. If you've heard
Oh, no.
you know that I love Blue Apron. I love getting that box. I love unpacking it. I love making it so that it looks as close to the picture as possible, and I love how it tastes because it tastes delicious. So, I don't know how their shit rolled. Who did look suspect? Who did you kill? What did you do? He just looked at me with his dumb face, and I fed him some food. So it's a mystery, man. I don't know why my camera did not pick up, and that would help you with wounded animals. So I'm going through the security footage, honest with you, no one looks good on security footage. Everybody looks like a fucking criminal. But I saw no animals except for Scaredy a couple of times and a night shot of two massive fucking raccoons who did look suspect. Okay? Here's the point. Here's what happens. So I grieve, as I do when one of these dumb shits disappears. And 2 days later, he shows up. Nothing wrong with him. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing wrong with that cat. Not that I was disappointed, but I'm like, I said to him, I said, what'd you do, man? What'd you do? You know? It was like Kevin Bacon said to Sean Penn at the end of Mystic River. What'd you do? Who'd you kill? What did you do? He just looked at me with his dumb face, and I fed him some food. So it's a mystery, man. I don't know why my camera did not pick up a bleeding animal that looked like spent some time on my fucking porch, or maybe it was just a wandering person who had a bloody face and then rested and then wandered off. We'll never know because the camera fucking failed. Is there a country song in that? Is there? Something there, man. So Sturgill Simpson,